Elias.
That's turf burn. And now Bell running for his life. Bails out far side to Kerwin. And he's out of bounds. Or rather, Nigel Williams just about 2 yards short of the first down marker. Tracy Gravely making the tackle.
And the games that we've watched with Toronto, they're not used to coming back in the fourth quarter. They're usually got a lead. So this is going to test Toronto's character. And that's not to say that they do not have the talent, because they've got tons of talent, and they can put points on the board in a hurry. There's John Jenkins. You say, offensive guru right here. Greg Butler, the defensive halfback coach. They're sitting in there not real happy right now with the way things are going.
Don Matthews beginning to feel antsy. Time of possession. Montreal, 13 minutes, 32 seconds. Argos, 4 minutes, 48 seconds. In the second half of this football game. With a ground game and now an effective passing attack is doing for Montreal. Two fakes. Bell going deep. Williams had it and dropped it. That's the second time he's dropped the ball right in his hand.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know. He has got him beat, Torrey Hunter, by 3 to 4 steps. It's in his hands, and as he turns to run, it's almost like he throws the ball back. This is a game that he will not soon forget, because as you can see, the ball coming right here. He turns back, he's got the football. Wow.
Nigel Williams, the second time he's had one right in the breadbasket and can't hold on.
Well, he's the leading catch per average in CFL at 19+ yards. Those two are well over 30 yards apiece. He couldn't hang on to either one of them, and, you know, he needs to get a football in his hands right now for some confidence.
And so it'll be third down, Toronto, and about a yard. Ball at the 44-yard line. Prefontaine in the punt. Huge blow for the Argos, who trail by 14 with 11:56 to go in the football game. Thomas Haskins is the lone man back to receive this punt from Prefontaine. And he gets another decent punt. Haskins across 20, and he actually loses 2 yards as Brown makes the tackle, the first man in for the Argos in Toronto.
Whatever your project, Canadian Tire can help it take shape. Canadian Tire, still the right place to do it.
21-year-old rookie from Grambling, Makir Brown, with a big tackle.
Well, he gets downfield in a hurry, and this is what, I mean, there's still over 11.5 minutes to go in this football game, and as you know in the CFL, plenty of points can be scored.
Got to ask you this, though, Chris. Who do you think is the best running back ever in the CFL, Mike Pringle or George Reed? The only man with more 100-yard games in the CFL.
I'll tell you what,
66.
if you look at this, we got 7 seasons to 13 seasons. Basically, he's almost got half the yardage that George Reed had. George Reed in 13 years had almost 16 or 16,000 yards. So if you divide this or times this to 2, you find they're very similar. The average is 6 to 5 touchdowns. Look at George Reed's touchdowns, 134. That's unbelievable. You know what? You got a good argument. They're both Hall of Famers. They're both exceptional running backs. But I tell you what, if you've never seen Mike Pringle run, you better get to a ballpark and check him out, because he is truly a great football player.
Bad news for Toronto. Kelly Wiltshire is hurt. There's a good sign for Toronto. Their leading tackler, Kelly Wiltshire, is up and back on the sidelines after suffering what looked like an arm injury on this play. It looked like he got his arm trapped under O'Shea.
He did. He got his arm caught. Michael O'Shea, as McIntosh pushed O'Shea, almost like the old, you know, rolling water downfield. Just kind of rolls over, gets it down under his arm. Take the feeling out of it for a player, too, but he's back on his feet now.
Eric Johnson is in for Wiltshire. 2nd and 7. Flare pass. Pringle beats off the tackles and will be close to a first down. Lester Smith bringing him down. Mike Pringle, a juggernaut of a football season in 1998. There is the total so far, 19-33. He is very close to his own record of 1972.
Well, you know,
could get it here today.
He could get it today. I mean, the way he's running the football and the way he's playing and the way this offensive line as a unit is playing, he just keeps moving up the ladder.
He's got 4 of the top 6 seasons ever in the CFL. That's consistency. What a great catch across the middle. Jock Climby pays for it, but hangs on to the ball.
Well, I tell you what, if you're talking or if you're wondering if his law studies are affecting his game, there was some talk about it because his production was down. Look at him come across the middle, no fear. Takes a great shot by Lester Smith and hangs onto the football. That's what you need out of a guy who was the leading receiver for this football club last year. As you see, he's over here now. He's catching some air there. He got the wind knocked out of him, but never show the opponent he got to him. But that was a great shot and a great ability to hang on to the football.
Climby is down at center field.
Whatever your project, Canadian Tire can help it take shape. Canadian Tire, still the right place to do it.
Jock Climby prone at center field here at the Skydome after making that daring catch, and it looks like he's favoring his midsection.
Well, he's over the middle. You see, he leaves the ground to catch the football. Lester Smith, those are the shots a defensive back dreams of. Watch this. He's going to come up, and right about now, just before he gets down, it is a full shoulder pad in the midsection, and that will knock any air that you have in your stomach, your esophagus, your larynx, all those other medical terms right out of your body.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Climby up and under his own steam goes to the bench. Andre Bolduc, the former Ottawa Rough Rider, comes into the game. That's two receivers who have been shaken up. First it was Matt Cody, now Climby. As Ham continues to be hot passing and hands off again to Pringle. Mike Pringle with a big gain. Couple of yards shy of the first down, and Eric Johnson making the tackle, subbing for Kelly Wiltshire. And Wiltshire coming back into the game.
Well, watch the left side of the football line right here. Verschaval, great job of McIntosh. Uzumo Okeke up there. He's on Antonius Bonner. He's back way over there, creating beautiful running lanes for Mike Pringle. And we talked to Mike yesterday, and he hasn't been, he's had so many 100-yard rushing games that he says, I'm not going to take the offensive line out every time because it would break me. So he says, I'm going to buy them something special at the end of the year. So I was putting my choices in for him. So I'm working with the O-line, trying to help him out a little bit.
Here's Pringle again with first down territory. Yeah, you were giving him all kinds of gift ideas for the Hogs.
I told him, nice little watch, a pocket watch, engraved. Those are very nice. You know what? I'll tell you a true story. In the fact that when I blocked and, had the good fortune to work with Willard Reeves in '84, another great running back. I mean, he bought us watches at the end of the football season after we threatened to kill him. But he did come forth with the watches, and actually it was a good story because he forgot to buy one watch for one player, Nick Verstaien. You never wanted to get Nick Verstaien angry. We all showed up at this luncheon and he had one less watch than people, and Nick was the odd man out. It wasn't a real good thing.
And play action. Oh no, another drop one. Souls had it, nobody around him. Tracy Ham with a great second half, now passing for nearly 70% after having only 4 completions in the first half. That one should have been cut.
Well, we've seen a lot of drop balls, and what I like, though, is what they're doing, the play action. We knew we'd see the play action because they're running the football so effectively right now, and they have the lead. That's a big difference right now because the defense has to respect what you're doing now.
Everything's kicked in at the right time. Pringle on the ground. Ham with 134 yards passing in the second half so far. He only had 55 in the first half. Second and 10, time, dumps it off to Pringle, this time the receiver, and it's going to be very close to the first down as he's pulled back. It looked like Bonner, the first to make contact.
That's a nice open field tackle. Wraps Mike Pringle around the waist and throws him back down. You can see the offensive line, good protection, only rushing 3. You shouldn't get any pressure when you're only rushing 3, but he just dumps the pass off on a crossing to Mike Pringle. Now, nice wrap. That's a good job of tackling in the open field by Antonius Bonner, who wraps his arm around Mike Pringle's waist and just pulls him down before he gets to the first down.
Here's the measurement on the play. It's going to be third down at about a foot. Ball just shy of the Toronto 37-yard line. Mike Pringle with a big day. The record for rushing in one game held by Ron Stewart of the Ottawa Rough Riders, set in 1960, 287 yards. That's the record. And there's the record in 1975. Big Willie Burton of the Calgary Stampeders down the sidelines against the Bombers.
Well, he actually played for us a little bit too, Willie did.
Right now, Pringle is about 8 shy of that one. The sneak for Ham, and it looks like he'll have the first down on that gamble.
And at this point in time with 7 minutes, they're really using the clock right now. And for Toronto to have any chance of coming back in this football game, their defense has to stop them right now, not give up a score, and allow that offense to get back on the field.
Push down, Marco. Push down a bit.
To show you how dominating Pringle is, he came into this game just under 700 yards ahead of the nearest rival, Kelvin Anderson of the Calgary Stampeders. First down, Montreal. Toronto's 35. Pringle gets the call, hops one tackle, and is hit hard after a gain of 4 by Bonner.
Well, Bonner seems to have, he might have to put a tackling film together, because he's one of the few guys on the Toronto defense that's been able to take Mike Pringle down one-on-one. Just a nice job. Gets the ball, finds the opening, he's running left off tackle, right behind OKK, but another nice job of tackling one-on-one by Antonius Bonner.
Second down and 6. Time ticking on the clock, 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Montreal up by 2, converted touchdown. Backside pursuit. Ham is complete again. The rookie Cahoon with the catch for another first down. Donald Smith makes the tackle. Tracy Ham is picking apart this Argo secondary.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of talk in Montreal about Baron Miles being the Rookie of the Year candidate, but you gotta like this kid. Here's a kid, he's a rookie out of Brigham Young, Ben Cahoon. He does not play like a rookie. He reads the coverage, sits down in the middle like a veteran, like he's played 3 years, finds a nice job. But Tracy Ham, with his spider senses here, he's got him tingling right now, because Wiltshire is coming down, baby.
Well, Ham got that one off in the nick of time, but there's an injured Alouette on the play. Montreal up by 14. We'll come back and check on this man's situation.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Bridgestone Blizzak, now available in 2 tread patterns, Winter Biter and Ice Gripper. Blizzak, the winter tire that sticks to ice.
Back in Toronto as the Alouette medical staff continues to address the injury. It looks like Pierre Vercheval down on the field. And here's a look at how it may have happened.
Well, you can see they're doing a little play action pass right now. He's going to set up the pass protection. He's right there. Let's watch him right now. Oh, that's what happens. McIntosh comes in the back of his legs. There's no protection. You don't expect that. And that's, I've seen many guys blow their knees when they don't expect something like that. It comes from the backside. We can only hope that's not serious, but let's take another look at this angle right now. And you can see it just coming. McIntosh beats his man Ford to the inside. Ford actually throws him inside. Unfortunately, throws him right into the back of Vercheval's feet.
The 11-year veteran who won back-to-back cups with Toronto is up and may be okay. 33-year-old Pierre Vercheval, an 11-year veteran of the CFL, getting attention from the Alouette team doctor. He managed to walk off the field on his own, but looks like it's the ankle that bore the brunt of that scary-looking injury.
Well, that's a big thing, If it's just the ankle, a lot of times you can put tape on it right now and hope it's not fractured or anything like that. But you always hope when it's not the knees.
Ryan Conlon is the backup from McGill. The give straight up the gut. Pringle, and all kinds of traffic on that one. Mike O'Shea, the battering ram on the Argo defense.
Well, nice job. You know they're going to run the football here, and as you say, Ryan Coughlin gets his chance to play, and he comes right in there at the guard position. He's hunting people down. I mean, he's a guy that's been sitting on a bench. He wants to get his shot at some of these guys right now. Let's take a look at Pringles. He gets the ball right now. His eyes are so focused. He knows where he's going. And one of the things about a good back is he will run over an offensive lineman, because he sees where the hole is. He will just go. That's where he's supposed to go. That's where he'll go.
2nd and 5. At the Argo 13, Ham goes to the end zone. There's nobody there. The ball intended, it looked like, for Chris Armstrong, but a mix-up in communication.
Well, there was definitely a mix-up. Cahoon and Armstrong got all tied up together, and I don't know, that was kind of a dangerous pass in a way because they had 2 receivers and they had 4 defenders there, so you either going to thread the needle or you could be looking at a potential turnover.
And so a field goal situation as Terry Baker comes out and will spot the tee just across the 20-yard line. This should be a chip for him as Don Matthews watches on and begins to worry. 4:48 and counting. The time running off the clock. Baker, good. And the Alouettes now open a 17-point lead on the Argonauts with 4:40 to go in the football game. Here's Caroline.
And stay tuned for more CFL action coming your way next weekend on the CBC. It's Winnipeg at Montreal, 1 o'clock Eastern. And also on TSN, Friday Night Football features Hamilton at Toronto. A must-win situation there, really, for both teams.
Well, that should be a barn burner on a Friday night here in Toronto. The final matchup of the season between these two teams, each with a win.
Well, big time. And I think, you know, the interesting thing now is if Montreal hangs on to this game, they're going to have 20 points. They're going to be 3 behind Hamilton, but they're going to create a little separation between themselves and Toronto.
Bell, far sideline. This time, Nigel Williams hangs on and is driven out of bounds just shy of the first down. Nigel Williams with 2 key drops in this football game. There's Virschel having the ankle looked at.
Well, it obviously rolled on, and anytime it's rolled on, it'll bend to positions the ankle shouldn't bend to. So what they're going to probably do is just look at it right now. They're probably going to keep him out of the game with only 4 minutes left. Get it iced, get it home, and take a look and x-ray it and make sure nothing serious has happened to it.
Bell, lots of time, far sideline, comes right back to Nigel Williams with a jig, and Williams has a first down. And he's back in this game in a big way. Williams with 2 consecutive catches.
Well, he's made 2 catches, you're right. He's made 2 tough catches. These are the tough catches, but here's the ones he should have had. I mean, this is a long bomb. He is so wide open. He's closer to the guy selling hot dogs than he is to the defenders. On the second one again, another one. He's wide open. He's behind Torrey Hunter. Drops 14 points. And you know what? When you talk to the guys from Montreal, he's the guy that were very upset about losing after the second game of the season. They really felt that he would be a primetime player, and he really is.
Both of those bombs could have gone for touchdowns as Peterson sacks Kerwin Bell at center field. Big loss on the play, maybe as much as 9 yards.
Well, just a superb effort by the front 4 on Montreal. Petey, as he's called. I don't know if that's a real masculine name. I know that's his nickname, but they call him Petey, and if that's what they want us to call him, we'll call him that. But he just does a great job. You see Reed forces him back up. Peterson just fights off the block of Jude St. John. He comes in and wraps him up.
Look at the difference in sacks as Bell continues to be an immobile target. Again, back to Nigel Williams. There's a flag on the play as Williams gets a first down and a few more.
Well, they're going to, Mark, they're going to call this.
And now they're pushing and shoving around Bell.
This is, you know, they're going to protect the quarterbacks, and this is a late hit. What happens in this play? We're going to see it. Alfred Payton will wrap up Bell, pick him up, and drive him to ground late. Gets a penalty for roughing the passer. Now, I know your emotions are going, but you got 4 minutes or 3 minutes left in the game. You know there's some bad blood between these 2 people right now. They might have to separate the buses or the locker rooms even farther, because this could escalate somewhere else.
Well, last week, Payton and Bell were having some friendly talks. Bell was telling us the other day, he said to Alfred, come on, you guys, stop playing zone, be a man, play man-to-man. Let's have a football game here, but doesn't look like there's any love lost from
Well, I'll tell you what, Alfred Payton will come at you and give you that little smirk, give you that I love you attitude, pat you on the back, and then 2 seconds later, he'll go right by you and kill your quarterback. You cannot be lulled to him. He's got that little smile all the time. He loves you, but he just loves beating you. That's all he loves doing. He's a very intense individual, and he was very upset with the fact that they had held him off the sheet last week. He only got 2 tackles, and he said that he was going to get 5 sacks and beat Joe Montford's one-game performance against Kerwin Bell.